Today, in our module 3 of our course outline, Leadership and Innovation, we have to deal with design thinking. First and foremost, we ask the question, what is design thinking? Design thinking is a problem-solving approach, problem-solving method that places the consumer's need as the highest priority. We always have that saying, the consumer is king, isn't it? Consumer is king. So in design thinking, we are looking at a method that will help us have the consumer's satisfaction, so to say, as the most important thing we have to achieve, our highest priority. Design thinking, therefore, involves observing how people interact with their environment, and doing that observation empathically, and using a hands-on approach to develop innovative solutions. So you see where we are going now? Design thinking will lead us to innovation. Design thinking revolves around the concept of being human-centered. This means that it relies on real evidence of how consumers actually engage with a product or service, rather than relying on assumptions. When people buy and consume our goods, what are their reactions? How do they like it, or don't they like it? Do they want us to make some change or not? Not what we assume they will do or they will say, but in reality, how do they behave towards our product? That's what we mean by design thinking. To truly embody a human-centered approach, designers watch how people use a product or service and continuously refine it to enhance the consumer's experience. We have a lot of it in our everyday consuming goods. For example, most of you now use earphones and ear aids. Maybe when you are driving, or when you are in a cab, or you are walking on the road, you put your phone in your pocket and you put your earphone on. That's exactly what we are talking about. Initially, when people were using handheld phone and they are driving, most nations said no, it causes accidents. You can't be driving and putting phone on your ear. What happened? The makers of phone had to now observe how people are using and what is the effect. And they were coming out with different designs. I think as some of you know, these days we even have some remote earphones. You wouldn't know somebody's wearing an earphone and is talking on the phone. The interactive nature of design thinking emphasizes moving swiftly to create prototypes for testing. You see how people are using your product, and you see there's need for a change. You make a little change. That's when you produce a prototype and you put it out in the market and see how people react to it. Rather than getting caught up in a prolonged research, overthinking, you quickly come out with a prototype. In contrast to traditional linear problem-solving methods, where you identify a problem and brainstorm on the solution, design thinking thrives on interaction. Immediate. It is not merely a means to arrive at a single solution. Rather, it is a continuous process of evolving your thinking to adapt to consumer needs. Design thinking. Sometimes you hear people say, a car is custom made. What do you mean by custom made? Custom made is something that came out of design thinking, whereby the consumers have reacted to the consumption, and they will tell you they need certain gadgets to be fixed in. And when you do that, we refer to it as custom made. It's a result of design thinking. So design thinking helps innovation. It involves elements of creativity, whereby you want your product to always satisfy consumers who take them. So the consumers on consumption will tell you exactly how they feel, not what you assume they feel. And when you now incorporate such realities coming out with a new product, that is the aftermath of design thinking. That is why design thinking is good for very many organizations. Because design thinking can help us in rendering services, to render services in a better way. It can help us in reshaping our products so that they can serve people better, and so forth and so on. That's what we mean. Design thinking, we see, affords that link between leadership, innovation, and creativity. It will take a good leader to be able to imagine and come out with design thinking as a problem-solving approach. Thank you.